Welcome back, everyone, to the LOM podcast. It's your host, Jay Lyons. You know me. It's another week. It's another episode. So how y'all doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys can't answer because this is a recording. You know, this is in the past. Yeah. For you guys, this is Wednesday. Just midweek. Still got the whole rest of the week. What am I even saying? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the LOM podcast. I know I just said that. It's been rainy here, like every day. Like I don't get it. Like I don't know, like it would just like rain for like 2 weeks straight, like every single day, and then there would just be like one really nice day, and you're like, damn, this is nice. And then it's just like, well, guess what? Next 2 weeks is nothing but rain. And so that's what's been going on. Like, it's just been nothing but rain. And, you know, like, I know I talked about people who enjoy the rain. And, like, yeah, I don't mind the rain. I know I've already said this. But, you know, at a point, it's kind of just, like, annoying. You know, where, like, every single day, you just hear, like, the white noise of rain hitting your house. And you're like, God, can I just have silence? Can the sun like shine in? Because I'm a daylight person, okay? I don't like artificial lights, you know. I like the sunlight. I like the glow that gives, you know. And I like going outside when it's sunny, and sitting at our bar out on our patio and just like relaxing. But I can't do that when it's fucking raining. I mean, our bar's under an overhang, so like it's not like I'm gonna get soaked, but like. It's just like, you know, who the fuck sits at a bar when it's raining? At least like an outside bar. You know, because it's supposed to be like a tropical bar. You know what I mean? Like type of bar you would go to when you go on like on a cruise. Something that's like outside and you walk up and you're like, yo, can I get a pina colada or some shit? Pina coladas are the bomb. Pina coladas and strawberry daiquiris. Dude, Miami Vice, those two together. It's like one of the greatest frozen drinks ever invented. So if you haven't had a Miami Vice, get on that shit, okay? Pina colada, strawberry daiquiri, half and half. It's the Arnold Palmer of frozen drinks, okay? Arnold Palmer's good, by the way. If you haven't had Arnold Palmer either, get on that shit. What are you doing? What are you drinking? What are you, just like a water boy or something? All you do is drink a little water? You don't drink anything else? Come on, like, everyone's had to have had Arnold Palmer at least once in their life. I mean, because, it just makes sense. Iced tea and lemonade? Like, I don't know why it took us so long to figure it out. You know, we had some dude named Arnold Palmer go like, you know what? We should fucking mix these two shits together. It's like, duh. Why didn't we think of that? It's so obvious, dude. It's sort of like the Miami Vice. It's so obvious. Pina colada and strawberry daiquiri together. That's like my favorite drink to get when I'm on a cruise. But the thing is, like, people call it differently. Like, wherever you go, which I didn't know. Okay, I thought it was just called a Miami Vice. Just like, you know, pina colada is fucking pina colada no matter where you go. If you say pina colada, people know what the fuck you're talking about. But like, I've met people where I say, like, yo, I love Miami Vice. And they're like, the TV show? And it's like, fuck no, I haven't seen that show. What, do I look like a boomer to you? I don't know, is that a boomer show? I have no idea. I don't think it is. Wasn't that show like in the 80s? So that's 100% is not a boomer show. I don't know why I said that. But, yeah, then I explained to them what a Miami Vice is. And they're like, oh, we don't call it that. There's like this one person I was talking to where they called it, what did they say it was? It was called like a kick in the ass or something. I don't understand that. Why is it called that? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. I guess you could say the same thing for Miami Vice. Unless there is a reason behind it. I don't know, because I've never seen the show. Like, maybe there's like two main characters and one guy likes pina coladas and the other guy's like strawberry daiquiri or something. And so like, oh, if we mix it together, it's a Miami Vice. I don't know. I'm just making this stuff up as I go, you know. But yeah, like a kick in the ass, I don't get that. Why is it called a kick in the ass? Like, I mean, like, it's not like there would be more alcohol in it. You know, like, wouldn't you just put, like, the same amount that you would in, like, a pina colada or a strawberry daiquiri? Whatever the shots are. Was it, like, 2 or 3 shots or something like that? I have no idea. What, do I look like, a fucking bartender to you? Actually, I wouldn't mind being a bartender. Like, not like... Okay, not like the shitty bartenders, you know, where it's like some random dude at some like rundown bar and it's just like, yo, do you want a beer or something? Like, no. Have you ever seen the movie Cocktail with Tom Cruise? That's the type of bartending I want to do. You know, he's like doing fucking crazy tricks and shit. What do they call it? Like, they have like an official name to them. Whether it's like a mixologist or something. Dude, a fucking mixologist? I think that's what they're called. Like, you know, like it's some sort of science or some shit. But but yeah, I think that's what they're called. And those are the people that do like the crazy shit or whatever. They're like the ones that have like it's like the mixing can. I don't know what it's called. But they have like 10 mixing cans or whatever and they put them all together and they like pour sequential glasses. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like the tin cups where they mix the drinks in and they'll line up like 4 glass cups or whatever, and they'll like pour the drinks in. You know what I'm talking about. And like, what's the other thing where like the shot is like just above the glass and they knock down the shot and it like goes down the line or something like that, all the shots falling into the drinks? That type of shit is cool. You know, like that's what I would want to do. But I mean, I don't want to be a bartender as like my career. But I just think it would be cool to learn that shit. So if you ever are hanging out with people and you're like, yo, let me show you some tricks. It's just one big flex on everyone. Just like, look at what I can do with a bottle of vodka. But yeah, like, I don't know, but like I said, pina colada, strawberry daiquiri, together, it's the Arnold Palmer of frozen drinks. You know, people will tell you that a good margarita is the way to go. It's like, no. Miami Vice. But also, don't people usually get margaritas like on the rocks or whatever? Like they don't even get it frozen. But you can get it frozen, right? I don't think I've met anyone who's actually legitimately had like a frozen margarita. Like everyone just always gets it on the rocks. Because I guess that's like it's like the popular way or something. I don't know, that's just the way everyone gets it. But I don't know, I like frozen drinks. You know, it's kind of like, so like at Universal, you know, in like the Harry Potter area, they got like butterbeer and shit. They have like a room temperature, I'll call it a room, but it's not even room temperature. But it's just like a cold butterbeer, and then they have a frozen butterbeer. So I'll just say like the cold one, like butterbeer on the rocks or whatever. Like, I've never had the butterbeer on the rocks, but I don't know. I just prefer the frozen version. I don't know. It's just like frozen drinks just seem better to me. Like, I don't like iced coffee a whole lot, but I like frozen coffee. I don't know. I don't know why. It's just like a thing with me. I either get it frozen or hot. In a discussion. Just like, you know what? Universal, they have hot butterbeer. Fucking love hot butterbeer. Now, maybe I'll try butterbeer on the rocks at some point. But I don't know, I fear that I'm gonna like regret my decision. Like, I'm gonna get butterbeer on the rocks and then I'm gonna be like, you know what? I really wish I had gotten frozen instead. And I mean, it would still taste good, but I would feel like I wasted money. Because I could have gotten a frozen, but I got this shit. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Because I have a friend who actually prefers the on the rocks version of butterbeer over frozen, which I can't imagine ever preferring on the rocks over frozen. But then again, I've never had the regular butterbeer, so who am I to judge, you know? But they should definitely have like an alcoholic version of butterbeer. I mean, because it has beer in the name. Okay, then make it a beer. I don't know. But like, isn't it alcoholic in the actual books? I don't know. I haven't read all the Harry Potter books, okay? But for some reason, my mind's telling me that I heard that in the books, butterbeer is actually alcoholic. So, hey, don't shoot the messenger, okay? Check the books. I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like it would be more fun having an alcoholic version of butterbeer. And then obviously the non-alcoholic would be like a virgin butterbeer. You know, kind of like you get like a virgin pina colada. Which I said, why is it even called that? Like without alcohol, why is it called like a virgin pina colada? I don't understand. It's kind of like why they called a Miami Vice a kick in the ass. It doesn't make any sense. Like what's the reasoning behind it? Like the person who came up with pina coladas, right? And they put alcohol in it, and they're like, you know what? We should have a version with it without alcohol for people, you know, who can't drink alcohol. And then instead of calling it non-alcoholic, we'll call it virgin. What? Why? That doesn't even make any sense. Are you saying that because like they're alcohol virgins? I don't know. They haven't had their first drink yet. I don't know. I don't understand the reasoning behind it. I probably would have to look that up because there's probably some reason behind it that will make sense. Because, I mean, they can't just be like some dude's like, you know what, I'm just going to call it this and fuck you, you know? But in the end, it doesn't really matter what it's called because they're still fucking good. So, I just like, I don't know, some random thoughts that come into my head where I'm like, why the fuck is it even called this? You know? Yeah, because there's other drinks that have like weird ass names too. You know, like Moscow Mule. There's like this one I just found out about. It's called ranch water. Fucking ranch water. Dude, like that sounds gross. Ranch water? Like ranch dressing? Thank God there's not actually ranch in it. It's not just like water and ranch. But I mean like, I don't know, it just sounds gross. Like I had to look up like what it was basically. And cuz like I read the ingredients, right? And it's got like tequila and some other shit in it. But like I had to look up the reasoning behind this name because I mean, of all the names that you could have chosen, ranch water? I had to know the reason behind it because it's like, dude, were you trying to make a drink that no one would ever want to drink in their entire life? Honestly. I looked it up and it's actually ranch meaning like, you know, like cowboys. You know, like they have a ranch, like property and shit, like a farm or whatever. And I'm like, but still, like, even that's gross. You know, like ranch water? What, like, oh, the water that the horses drink out of? Like, why would I want to drink that? Are you kidding me? That's gross. But yeah, they're like, oh, it's some shit that started, like, in Texas or something like that. Some drink that they like to drink. Whatever. And I'm like, but dude, that's just, like, a gross name. You should have chosen, like, something else. Like, I don't know. Cowboy drink or something. Something that would, like, that doesn't sound gross. Ranch water? God, dude, I almost threw up in my mouth when I read that, dude. Like, what? Why? Did you name that and think, yeah, this is fine? Did ranch dressing just not exist when this guy came up with, or this gal came up with the name for this drink? Because, like, how... I probably almost everyone, when they see the name ranch water, the first thing they think of is, like, ranch dressing. Because who the hell says ranch as in, like, property in, like, their daily vocabulary? Or maybe not daily, but, like, weekly or monthly or whatever. Because, like, it's not like ranch dressing is in my daily vocabulary. So, like... But, like, still, ranch dressing is used more frequently than, like, ranch as a place. Yeah, so, like, of course, if you name something ranch something, the first thing people are going to think of is ranch dressing. Unless it's, like, the name of your property. You know, like, Skywalker Ranch. Like, you know that that's a place, okay? Because it says Skywalker Ranch, okay? I don't know, maybe people think that's ranch dressing, but I don't know. I just think that if it's something like that, people would know you're talking about a place. But if you just say like ranch, the first thing people think of is going to be the dressing. And so, like, did you not think this was going to be problematic? Or maybe you thought people would like it because people like ranch dressing or something. And they're like, oh, well, they would just love the thought of mixing ranch with water and drinking it. What? Please don't tell me people actually do that. Like, drink ranch. Okay? Like, I think it's gross when people dip their pizza in ranch, because it's just like, I mean, I'm not a ranch fan in general. You know, I don't like ranch. So, like, ranch with anything just completely grosses me out anyways. But, like, I don't know, if somebody's, like, eating straight up ranch, or if they're mixing it with water and drinking it, like, you just need to stop. Just stop what you're doing. Please. Get some help. You're eating ranch straight up. That's... No. I'm going to start gagging right now. If I keep thinking about this. Gosh, ranch water is so gross. If I had a bar, like if I was Tom Cruise from Cocktail, if I owned a bar, there's no way in hell I am putting ranch water on my menu. No, absolutely not. Okay? I'll have Moscow Mule, because I mean, like, though I don't understand the reasoning behind that name, because it's like ginger beer with, was it vodka? It was gotta be vodka because it's Russia, but vodka, I think you've got some lime in there. I don't know where the mule part comes in. I guess Moscow, Russia, vodka, but like the mule, like what part of lemon and ginger beer, how is that mule? Like the animal? Unless that's not what you're talking about. But what else would mule mean? Mule is like, isn't a mule like a donkey or something? Like some sort of horse, donkey sort of thing? Like, what? I didn't even know there was donkeys in Russia. Isn't it like, wouldn't it be like too cold for donkeys? Where are donkeys even found? Aren't they found in like South America or something? I have no idea where you would find a donkey. I mean, you could find one in a swamp. I'm sorry. But yeah, but I mean, like, that would be fine. You know, Moscow Mule, like, that doesn't... I have no problem with that. Though I don't understand the name. But I mean, like, there's a lot of drinks where I don't understand the name. Like Miami Vice. I'm not going to get into that again. But ranch water, dude, that's so gross. I'd never heard of that drink until I went to, like, this restaurant. I guess it makes sense at this restaurant because it was like a Texas steakhouse type thing. It's not Texas Roadhouse, by the way, okay? But it's a Texan-style steakhouse. And on the menu, they had ranch water. So I guess I understand why they had it, because it's a Texas drink. But still, if I was the person making the menu, I'd be like, hey, I know this is a Texas staple, but we're going to lose customers with this name. They could have called like an audible and made it like, just called it a different name or whatever. And people were like, isn't this basically like a ranch water? And it's like, well, yeah, but a Miami Vice is also called a kick in the ass. So like we can name it whatever the fuck we want. So like they could have done that. Seriously? Like even the person typing the menu, when they got like the rundown of what was supposed to be on it, and they typed in ranch water and they didn't even think, hey, maybe this is going to gross out our customers. I don't know. I just, like I said, I wouldn't have it on my menu if I was fucking Tom Cruise from Cocktail. Someone comes in my bar and they'll be like, hey, I know it's not on the menu, but can you make ranch water? I'd kick them out. I'd be like, hey, guess what, buddy? You're banned for life. Don't you ever say those words in my bar again. So gross. Or maybe I should just like import some literal ranch water. And if anyone asks for it, just like give them that. Here's your ranch water, buddy. Drink up. That would be $12. The fact that the show Bar Rescue has been on for how long? And I've seen quite a few episodes of that show, okay? Dude knows what he's talking about. He brings on a bunch of mixologists, you know, Dr. Mixologists. And they've never said ranch water, ever. Shouldn't that tell you something? That maybe it's not a good drink? You know, like, bro, like, revamps. And, like, every bar he goes to, he revamps their entire menu, okay? And it's not like he gives every single bar the same menu, because, like, then that's just, like, going to the same place, okay? There's, like, no uniqueness about each of the bars that he goes to, okay? Because they're all going to have the same exact menu. So the fact that he switches up the menu at all these freaking bars and never once puts ranch water on the menu. And the mixologists, okay? The very scientific art of mixing drinks, and they've never made not a Moscow Mule, they never made ranch water. That should tell you something. That this is not a good drink. Okay? You know what? If it started in Texas, it stays in Texas. Well, let's just leave it there, please. We don't need this spreading. Okay? And the mixologists are on my side, okay? Because they're not adding ranch water to their menus, okay? Mr. Bar Rescue Man isn't adding it to his bars. It's not a good drink, guys. I've been ranting about this for too long. I'm sorry, okay? But it's just like, you have to know how much I detest this drink. There's a vocab word for you. Detest. Do you know how much I detest this drink? We should know, because I just ranted about it for like 10 minutes. Anyways. But yeah, mixologists, they know what the fuck they're talking about. And they're not making ranch water. Is mixology even like, is that like a major in college? It can't be. Don't tell me it is. Like, it has to be something that you learn on your own. But like, also then how do you get the title mixologist? Because like these people that this guy brings on, the Bar Rescue guy, don't know his name. He brings on, like, he titles them mixologists, and they're, like, wearing suits or nice dresses or something like that, and it's like, how do you have so, like, they got so much money, okay, they look fucking rich, okay, and they're actually titled mixologists, okay, where do you go to school for that? And also, if there is a school for that, why would you go to school for that? I mean, like, is there really anything you need to learn other than how to make drinks and do tricks? Dude, you can look that up like on the internet, okay? Please don't tell me there's don't tell me there's an actual major for that. Please. Like, if you're paying thousands of dollars for college tuition to learn how to make fucking alcoholic drinks, bro, I'm sorry to tell you, but you just wasted your money. I could go into Google right now and say, I don't know, type in how to mix drinks. And I would come up with like 1 million websites and videos of how to do that shit. But then, like, do you just like self-title yourself mixologist? Can you even do that? Like, self-title yourself? I mean, if you just start a job somewhere. Like, if I didn't go to school for business or something like that, and I just joined, like, a business company, I could become, like, a financial advisor, financial supervisor, whatever the fuck they're called. Even though I didn't go to school for it. But, I don't know, like, how do you become a mixologist? Because if I become a bartender, guess what my title is? Bartender. Like, what's the threshold to, like, leave bartender and hit mixologist? Like, is it the tricks? Is that what makes you a mixologist? Because, I mean, like, bartenders and mixologists, they both make drinks. Except bartenders just, they're not fun about it. They just do it, you know? I don't know, honestly, I think mixologist is, like, a badass name. Like, dude, imagine sounding like you're a fucking scientific doctor and all you do is mix drinks. Like, it just sounds so professional. I'm a mixologist. Like, people would think you're, like, mixing DNA. They're like, oh shit, so you're into that, like, that cloning shit, right? You're, like, splicing genes and shit. No, I make ranch water. No, they don't make ranch water, okay? If you're a mixologist, okay, you have outgrown ranch water. If you're a mixologist and you're still making ranch water, or if you even made ranch water ever in your life, you don't have the right to the title mixologist. I'm sorry. You don't know the science, okay? That's ranch water is like the voodoo science. What is it called? I don't even know. I don't remember what it's called. But you know, like the wrong science. Bad science. Science but bad. It's called something. I don't remember what it's called. But voodoo science, that's what I'll call it. Ranch water is the voodoo science of science. Because guess what? Tom Cruise didn't make no ranch water and cocktail. By the way, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, if you haven't seen or heard of the movie Cocktail, I mean, I'm not really surprised. I didn't know about it for a long time. It's kind of like an obscure movie. But you should definitely watch it. The only thing is, like, it's kind of wild. It's a wild ride. You know, like, the beginning is kind of, like, straightforward. You know, it's like a dude. I'm not going to explain the whole movie, because that'll defeat the purpose of watching it. But, I mean, the beginning is, like, basically a bartender dude. But then it just, like, shit hits the fan. And it's just, like, I remember, because I have never seen the movie before. But, like, I own the movie. And so I was like, you know what, I'll just fucking watch it, you know, because I haven't seen it. And I was only expecting it to be a movie about him being a bartender. Which the beginning, like I said, that's what it was. And I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. But then, like, halfway through the movie, like, some crazy shit was going on. And I'm like, what? What the hell is happening? Like, the movie turned out the complete opposite of what I could have ever dreamed it to be. Like, my wildest imagination of what the movie Cocktail could have been, it exceeded that. I was like, what? What is going on? I thought this was going to be like a fun movie about Tom Cruise flinging some vodka bottles in the air and pouring some drinks, you know? But then, like, I don't know, shit goes down. Shit gets crazy. And you're like, damn, what, like, you forget you're watching, like, the same movie. You'll be like, did I finish Cocktail and start watching some other Tom Cruise movie? Like, what is going on? But, it's a good movie, I would say. It is a good movie. So, if you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up and then watch it. Because it's a fine movie. Because Tom Cruise just makes bartending look like the most fun job you could ever have. You know, like, he's like, his shit's popping. Like, his bar is, like, off the charts, dude. Like, it's like a party in there 24/7. Okay? And he's flipping drinks like no one's business, you know? Don't know what I'm saying, but he's flipping bottles like crazy, okay? Pouring drinks. And he's, like, standing up making all these speeches or whatever. And I'm like, dude, what am I doing? Why don't I become a bartender? But then, like, in real life, you go to a bar and, like, the bartender's like, yo, do you want a beer or something? And you're like, okay, can you at least sound enthused? How about you go home, learn how to flip some bottles and come to work and then show off? I guarantee you'll have way more fun. Because, like, Tom Cruise looks like he's having a blast. Which he probably is, because it looks fun. Flipping bottles and he's, like, pouring. I'm saying, like, the same thing over and over and over again, but I don't know. It looks fun. I'm not going to quit this and become a bartender. I mean, like, no. But, I mean, learning how to do all those crazy tricks, that's something that I would like to learn just to show off. If I'm ever hanging out with some friends and they're like, hey, can you make me some ranch water? I would say no. Okay? If any of my friends asked me to make them ranch water, I'd be like, no. Okay? I don't even want to hear, I don't want to hear it. Okay? I don't want to hear that drink ever. Please, no. I gotta stop talking about it. I keep saying how I don't want to hear the words ranch water, but then that's like the only thing I'm talking about. It's been on my mind ever since I saw it. I was like, dude, like, I can't get ranch water out of my head. It's so gross. I've never seen it. I've never seen that drink anywhere. At this one place, and supposedly it's like some famous drink from Texas. No, leave it in Texas. Come on, why can't it be an obscure drink from Texas? I mean, it's got to be, because no bar or restaurant ever serves it. And it's probably because they're like, this is a gross ass name. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode, because I'm just talking about ranch water, and I have to stop talking about it, because if I keep talking about it, I'll never forget it. Okay, and I want to forget it. If there's one thing I want to forget, it's ranch water. Okay, so anyways, that's it for this episode. So thank you guys for listening. Whatever you're listening to this on, make sure to like, subscribe, follow, and leave a review. Do all that shit. It really helps me out a lot. And follow me on social media at RealJLions on both Instagram and Twitter. And also follow this podcast on Instagram and Twitter at Lion on Main. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my... Damn. What happened to my voice there? That wraps it up for my self-promotion. Yeah, do I have anything else to promote? I mean, share this podcast. That's like the only thing that's the only other thing, is just share this podcast. But yeah. So yeah, sucks for you guys. It's only Wednesday. I mean, it's Wednesday for me too. So like, I don't even know why I'm making fun of you for that. Anyways, love you. I don't know. Do I?